So a companion, a mage, and a dragonborn walked into a bar. Hello, hello, hello. Before we jump into the game, I wanted to show you I am actually using the 4K, which is the better version of the two tree mods. So it's still not huge, but you'll notice it looked pretty good, and that's the one I'm using. And this is the one I thought about using, but I thought I should at least try here and see what I thought of it. And this looks pretty good. Now with this, if you look at the chopping block and the firewood textures, I probably don't need. I have a chopping block and firewood texture overhaul down here that I probably don't need since I'm using that. It's Renthal's wood textures. I probably don't need it. But I think I like it. I still think I like this mod, so for now I'm going to keep it, even though it overrides a few things. I'm not sure if it's really... You know what? Let's turn it off. Let's turn it off, and we'll take a look at things without that. Just going by this mod. We'll just turn that off, and we'll just go by this. And we'll go by this and see how this looks, okay? So again, not really doing a big show on this, just trying to show you what we're looking at. Now, I did add in, real quick, let me just show you Divine Forest, so it would flesh out the forest and give us a few more trees. Now that's really, this doesn't do a lot. This does not have textures. It does not change anything. So, yeah, it doesn't change anything. What I'm saying is it doesn't change the actual trees. It just tries to add in more trees and stuff to, you know, and give you some fallen trees and different things to try to make the forest look more natural and better, okay? So you can use it with, you know, divine texture trees, which I've used with this before, or dark trees of the north. You know, one or the other. You can't use it with both. But I want to use it with this just to see if it'll flesh out some of that for me. I don't want to use Lush because Lush Overhaul is its own texture and it will change. Not its own texture, it's its own meshes, and it will change the way the trees look, and I don't know that I want that. Also, you'll notice big trees and enhanced trees now. I haven't looked at those yet, so for right now, I'm just going to go with this and see how this looks, because I like these meshes pretty good. I want to see how it looks with Divine Forest. So we're going to hop out into the game, and I will see you there in a moment.
Go, go, go!
Alright, since there was an issue with this audio on this, I'm redoing it, and I just wanted you to see the wood chopping. This is the HD wood chop. You can see the pieces of wood and the chopping block that the dude is using. And then we're going to head down here and we're going to look at the other wood. Now this is without Renthal's mod on. This is the HD version of this. There we go, down here. You can see the logs, again the chopped wood and the chopping block. So this is what the HD mod will do for your... It looks pretty good. It does look pretty good. It's not bad. So really, I just wanted you to be able to see this and see the difference here, rather than Renthal's. If you just use this HD tree mod, here's what your logs and things will look like. So like I said, I had lost the audio for this video, so I'm sort of recreating this as we go, so bear with me, and if it's a little weird, even your stuff here I think is affected, but I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. But definitely these, the wood chopping block and all this is, okay? So I just wanted you to see that before we move on. So, alright, so we're here in Fall Creek, and we're looking, and the forest is not, I guess not as dense as I would like. However, I will say that the trees still look good, and everything still seems very nice. We still have a dragon off in the distance. So, doing Divine Forest, I think that adds something to it, but it's a small mod and it doesn't make huge drastic changes. So this looks good, and I like this, but the forests are maybe not as dense as I would like, but I do like it. It does look good. I want to try some other things. And I do want to mention that I appreciate people's suggestions and telling me things they use. And, you know, I'll try those combinations of things out. At least some of them I'm going to try out. I'm going to try to do a number of them. And just see what we think of those as we go through this. It's like a workshop like we've done before, but it's really just a long term. I'm just looking for some of the best tree mods that I can find. It's going to depend a lot on what you like. It's going to be a lot of subjectiveness, but I think it's worth looking into and trying to find, you know, so that we could have a few suggestions for people in the future of things that they could, you know, possibly say, yeah, that would be worth having, that would be worth doing. And that is, you know, that's a big deal. That cow's scared. That dragon's just over there, might come and pick it up at any time. Anyway, alright, so I think here we're done with this. I'm going to mark this as a good mod. I like the trees well. And some of them are not, strictly speaking, vanilla trees. And I think they have a good look to them.
What else happens, the guards will
like even this tree, it has a good look to it. I like it. So I think these are things to note overall and to be aware of. So I like it. I may come back to this, but I think for now we need to go and try something else. So I'm going to go and try a different version of something else, you know, I'm going to try a different mod. Now, just so you know, I am using the weather mod. It's Autumn Skies, okay? And it's a very good small mod, and it has a very nice appeal and look to it, and it produces different weathers when you're actually playing, and it can do darker nights and different things like that, too. So, and it's very small. And someone had mentioned, too, possibly using Mythical Ages. And I did use Mythical Ages in the past, if you remember my shows from years ago. And it was very nice, too. I think the reason I quit using it was because I was learning as I went along. And it has some truly epic blizzards and things, like a lot of weather mods do. But you might see me bring it back and make a return, just for fun. Just for the heck of it. So, anyway, enough about that for now. It's time to go look at some other tree mods and possibly have us try something else, okay? Alright, thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later. This has been an OwwThatSmarts production.